Hey, good evening, everyone. Happy Sunday night. I hope you had a great weekend. I did. It was nice and relaxing yesterday. I spent the day with my family, the kids. We just hang out on Saturdays and really just enjoy each other's company. And today, I was working and helping getting some people healthy. And then tonight, it was fun. I went out with Micha and his company, and we got to celebrate the huge successes that his company has had over the last 19 years, where they have helped his clients retrieve over $110 million. That's a lot of money to be retrieved. Wow. It's really exciting and major exciting stuff going on. And I know, everybody has been following or posting about or commenting on the tragic accident that happened today with Kobe Bryant and his daughter and the people that were on the helicopter. And it really got so many people thinking, but it really got me thinking. And I've talked about this before about how life is just so short. We never know what's going to happen at every turn. And I actually have this conversation with my kids all the time. And I really think about it a whole lot, is that life is short and we are never promised another day, and we are never promised we have no idea how long we're going to be around here. And we really have to do stuff every single day to appreciate it and to live life to the fullest. And, I'll say this to my kids, and it may sound a little crazy, but if they're acting, if they're saying not nice things, or I will never let them leave. When I drop them off at school, I will never let them leave without saying something nice. I don't ever want anybody to leave wherever we are on a bad note, because God forbid something bad happens, because that's the world. It can happen. And I don't want anybody to ever feel like those were the last icky words, that icky words were the last things that were said to somebody. And, I really hit this home a lot with my kids, and though they don't get it, and hopefully for a long time, they will never get it. But the reality is, as adults, we know that happens. We know that bad things happen. We know that life can turn on a dime. And it's something that I really pay a lot of attention to. I made a decision 4 years ago to change my life. But really, I actually started that process before that. For those of you who do not know, when Elliot was born, my youngest, when he was born, we stopped with 3 kids. I actually really always wanted 4 kids. But we stopped at 3 because when he was born, I almost died. It was a really bad situation. It was a weird, fluky thing that they could never explain, which is why I stopped with 3 kids, because I, thanked God that I was still here, and, that I was around to be the mother to my children. But going into his birth, it was very routine. It was a routine C-section. There shouldn't have been any issues, and it almost wasn't so routine. It turned out not being so routine, and it ended up being like this crazy thing. And I don't remember a whole lot from that day, but I do remember, saying, I'm here to raise, here to do this. And I thank God every day for allowing me to stay here in this world, and to be able to raise my kids, and to be able to be a mom to my kids, and to be able to be, Micha's wife, and really everything, and a health coach to all the people that I get to coach. And that I was put here for a reason, and we were all put here for a reason, but we never know when that time is going to be up, and we never know what's going to happen. And it's really all about living life to the fullest. And, people always ask me, this past year, our family has, I've done all kinds of crazy things with my kids. We've been to Disney, now 3 times in a year. I took them to Kalahari last weekend. Like, we're off and running and doing and all kinds of stuff. And people, I've been posting that, I'm trying to figure out what to do with them this summer, and all kinds of things. And I'm planning I'm taking Madeline on a mommy-daughter trip to Disney in February, and we're going to do one-on-one trips this summer with each of my kids. And people keep asking me, like, how are you doing this? Why are you doing this? And the truth is, I'm doing it because life is short. And I'm doing it because I want to appreciate and build every single day that I possibly can with my kids, with my husband, building my life into this life that I can have. And we all should do that. We should all take those things and look at our lives and say, what are we doing? And how can we make our lives the best that they possibly can be? And how can we make ourselves the healthiest that we can possibly be, to extend that for as long as we possibly can? Because the choices that we make and the decisions that we make can can spread that out, can extend that. And so, I know I've been talking a lot about how I am back on this mission to get these last 20 pounds off and to really just do this and get myself to this place. And yes, I'm at the top of my healthy weight range. Or when I started this piece to get the last 20 pounds off, I was at the very top of my healthy weight range. And I've been there for a while. And is that a healthy place? Yes. But is that the healthiest place I could possibly be? No. And anything that I can do, I made a decision. Recently. I've gone through this multiple times, and I'm not perfect. I've struggled with this, but I've really recently made the decision that this is what I need to do. I know that if I want to extend my life as long as I possibly can, give myself as much as I can, I need to take care of myself. I need to take those steps to not only extend my life, but to live the life that I have in the healthiest possible way. So every choice that I make, that's what I look at it for. Is this going to extend my time? Is this going to increase my chances of not having heart disease, of not having type 2 diabetes, of not having high cholesterol, of not having high blood pressure, all the things that run in my family that I don't want to have, that I've worked really hard not to have. And so I make a decision every single day. And I'll tell you, we went to dinner tonight. Like I said, I am on this mission. My head is in the game to just do this, to just get these last pounds off. And I have been solid on my plan, and it felt so good, because Saturdays are days that I struggle. I'm going to be completely honest. I struggle a lot on Shabbat because we're home and where it's quiet and it's a long day and the food is calling my name and I don't have the computer or the phone or all those things to distract me like I have during the rest of the week. And it's a hard day. But yesterday I went to bed having rocked my plan. And this morning I got up and I felt really, really, really good about it, because I knew that's the first time on a Saturday on Shabbat that I have rocked my plan like that in a really long time. I don't even know when the last time was that I had been as perfect as I was yesterday. I'd been close, but not as perfect as I was yesterday. And it felt so good this morning. And so tonight we had this party for Micha's office, which was so fun and so nice to be there. And we were at a restaurant where everything that was being served was not on my plan. There was nothing served that was on my plan tonight. And I knew that going into it, because he did the menu. And so before we went, I said to him, is there going to be anything there that I'm going to want to eat? And he said, no. And so I said, okay. So I planned for it, and I was okay with that. I ate before I went, and I was prepped to eat when I got home. And I went and I sat and I visited, and I enjoyed it, and I had a great time. And did that food look good? It definitely looked good. And was I tempted by it? For sure I was tempted by it, especially the desserts. The desserts looked really, really, really good. But the thought that was going through my head when I was tempted by them was, I don't want this. I mean, I do want it. I did want it. It would have tasted great, and I would have thoroughly enjoyed it. So don't get me wrong. And it was really tempting. But I looked at it and I said, my goals are bigger than this. My goals are bigger than this. I can come back to this restaurant next week. I can come back to this restaurant next month. I can come back to this restaurant whenever I want, and the same things will be on the menu, and I can come and enjoy them. It will always be there for me. But right now I have a bigger goal. And my bigger goal is to get to my weight loss goal. My bigger goal is to, lose as much as I possibly can between now and the time that Madeline and I leave for Florida, so that I can go there, hopefully in a place that I've never been, in a weight that I've never been, or not since I was like forever ago that I can really remember. But it's a goal for me, because I want to go on that trip and I want to be healthy. I want to feel good. When the kids and I were at Disney in December, and part of the reason why I'm doing this, when we were at Disney in December, I was, like I told you guys before, I've stayed within a 5-pound weight range for the last 3.5 years. Sliding up and down in that 5. And when we went to Disney, I was right at the top of that. And I can feel in my body when I get to the top of that, that's when my aches start to come back. And I'm still at the top of my healthy weight range, but that's when my hips start to hurt, my knees start to hurt. And that's when my body goes, whoa, rein it in. Okay, we all have those signs of when our body says, whoa, rein it in. And I've become very, very sensitive to that. And all the stuff that we were doing at Disney for 12 days there, by the end of the trip, my hips really, really hurt from all the walking that we did, because I knew that I was at that top of that weight range. And 5 pounds, if I had gone in 5 pounds lower, I wouldn't have had that there. And I know what that is. And Madeline and I have a packed trip planned. I mean, we are planning to do all kinds of stuff and race hard. And we're going to do one day where we're doing the 4-park challenge. which means we're hitting all 4 parks in one day. And it's a long day. And I know how I felt on my last trip, and now this one is in 12 days, so it'll be a little bit different. But I don't want to go into the trip with that. I want to go into the trip feeling good and at the peak of my feeling good. And I want to go when we do our 4-park challenge. So the 4-park challenge comes with several things. 1, we hit all 4 parks in one day. Super cool. 2, we have to take pictures in all the parks. Well, that's easy because you guys know I love to take pictures and post pictures. So we have to take pictures in every park. We have to ride rides in every park. We have to meet a character in every park. And we're going to have a snack in every park. Now, Disney snacks are not on my regular plan. As we all know, I'm going to fully admit that. Disney snacks are not on my regular plan, but this is part of our plan. And you know what? This is going to be something super cool and super fun. And this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing that I'm doing with my daughter. She and I are going on this mom-daughter trip. We will never again have her 5th grade mom-daughter trip, even though we're going to do a mom-daughter trip this summer, but it won't be back to Disney. And this is what she really wants to do. And so I've said to her, you know what? That day, my plan is going to shift, and I'm going to be okay with that. And that's what living is about. That's what life is about. You know, not quote unquote cheat days. So for those of you who are, on some sort of weight loss plan and say, I'm going to have a cheat day. No, this is not a cheat day. I'm planning for this. So it's not a cheat. I'm not cheating on anybody. I'm making a different plan for the day, and I'm so comfortable with it. And I'm so excited about it because we're planning it. But the only way I'm allowing myself to shift my plan for that day is if I rock my real plan between now and then and get myself down to a place where one day like that isn't going to destroy my plan, isn't going to destroy the process that I'm in, isn't going to totally throw me for a loop. Because if I go there and I believe that it will totally throw me for a loop, I won't do it. And she knows that. Madeline and I have had this conversation about that, and I know what sugar and what certain things do when I have too much of it. It totally throws me off my game. And so I've said to her, I'm in for this as long as I don't believe it's going to totally throw me off my game. But the rest of the week that we're there, I'm going to be rocking solid on my regular plan. But really, what this is about is living life to the fullest. Enjoying every single minute of your life, doing everything that you possibly can to build those memories, to create those memories, to be there for your family, to be there for your loved ones, to be there with your friends, and to enjoy it all. Because if we don't, then life just flies past us. Life just goes right past us, and then we look back and what do we have to thank for it? So when people ask me, why do you go to Disney so much? Why are you jaunting off to Kalahari? Why are you doing all these things? We have another trip to Disney tentatively planned for the end of May. I'm sitting here scheduling, trips, figuring out where we're going to go this summer, planning plans. And I look at it and I feel so blessed. I feel so blessed that we're able to do this. My husband actually said to me, he's like, you're not going to be at home at all this summer, are you? And I sort of chuckled and I said, well, I don't really know, because I only have a short amount of time that my kids are little and are going to want to do this. And they're not really little anymore, but that they're living at home, because in not too long, Emma's already, I always tell her, I keep telling her she's closer to high school than she is to middle school now. She's halfway through her 7th grade year. I don't have that much longer for them to be in the house. I don't have that much longer for us to be able to do these things together. And it's really important. It's really important to live every day to the fullest. It's really important for each one of us to take care of our bodies, to take care of our lives, to make sure that we are here and around and healthy for as long as we can be. I actually had a great conversation with somebody earlier today who is ready to make a change in her life. And she said to me, she said, I'm tired of living this way. I'm ready. I want to live my life to the fullest. I am ready to make a change. I want to live every day like it's the last one. And that's where we're at. But it doesn't have to be. And every day that you make those healthy choices, we can extend things. We can increase our chances of extending our lives. Obviously, we never know. God forbid there's some sort of crazy accident. But we can make choices that increase our chances of being around a lot longer. And that's what we're here for. That is our mission. We need to take care of our bodies. So if you're looking at it and you're looking and saying, I am not the healthiest me that I can possibly be, what can you do tomorrow to help yourself be the healthiest that you can be? I know I announced last week that I have spots for 5 people, for me to help 5 people get started. Well, 3 of those spots have already been taken. So I definitely have 2 spots left to get to help people out. But If those 2 spots get filled within the next 24 hours, which I think they just might because I have several people who have reached out to me today, I may have some more openings. So if you are hearing this and saying, I need to do something, I need to change my life, I need to step it up, I need to get healthy, I need to extend this, reach out to me because, like I said, there's for sure 2 more spots open that have not been taken, and I may be able to have some more spots for people who really want to get healthy, make a change in their life, live your life to the fullest. And if my program, if getting healthy is what you need to do, and my program isn't what's right for you, that's okay too. Find something. Create the life that you want. Create the life that you can dream of, and leave your family a legacy, and be here for your family, and put yourself in a place where you can do what I'm doing and feel good and live every day to the fullest. I'll tell you, 4 years ago, when I was 75 pounds overweight, when I was tired and sluggish and cranky and moody and financially in a terrible situation and everything was bad, I could never have done the things that we're doing this year. Never, ever, 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 ever. I couldn't have physically done it. I couldn't have afforded it. And I wasn't in the mental space to do it. But because I said yes to myself, because I said yes to my health 4 years ago, it was 4 years ago on Friday that I made the decision that something had to change. Because I said yes to myself, we are now living this amazing life, and it's only going to get better. Every single day, that's my mission in life, is to help myself improve my health so I can make our whole family's life better. And you can do the same for you. So my challenge to you is, what are you going to do either tonight? If you're still watching this tonight, it's late. But what are you going to do tonight? Or what are you going to do tomorrow to live your life to the fullest? And every single day, stop and ask yourself, what am I going to do today to step it up and to live my life to the fullest? I'd love to hear what your answers are. I'd love to hear what you're going to do. Shoot me a message, comment here in the thread, if you so dare. But I know I actually have several people who have messaged me right now, so I can't see what they're saying, but it's lighting up. So hopefully this is what you're messaging me about. But have a great night, and go out there, live life to the fullest. Create the life that you've always dreamed of. And if you don't know how to dream, if you aren't envisioning big, then stop and really think about where your life can be. And if you need help doing that, please reach out, because I love to help people learn to dream big. Have a great night, and I will see you guys back here tomorrow. Bye.